Hello guys, David Abron here, and I thought it was a beautiful day outside to kind of hang out and share a little Google love with you, if you will. Now, back in June of 2010, Google changed their algorithms on how they rank organic searches within their search network. Okay, and what that means is algorithms mean that they change the way, what criteria you and I need to kind of focus on when we want to rank number 1, number 2, number 3 in the free organic search engines within Google. Okay, and we have really researched this out. Google put out a document called the Caffeine Report. Yep, caffeine, just like coffee, right? And I mean, it's a long, drawn-out report. Go ahead and Google it if you want to check it out. It's pretty dry reading, really. But we have dove into that, and we've dissected it. We've pulled out the nuggets, and then we've tested everything and figured out exactly what we need to do to rank 1, 2, or even 3 in Google's organic searches. And so what I've done is I've kind of broken it down to the very simplistic to kind of share it with you. And if you take what I'm about to show you and implement it into all of your blog posting, into all of your social media efforts, and everything you're doing, trying to SEO yourself within the engines, Google search engine, you're going to find a lot of success for your chosen keywords. Now, I have dubbed this, guys, the Google trifecta, and I'm sure I've spelt that wrong for all you spelling buffs, but that's okay. I'm already over it. Now, Google trifecta is just as it sounds. There's 3 criteria that if you do this right, you guys, you're going to rank really high in Google search on free organic listings. Okay. Now, the first one is, of course, the almighty content. All right, and a lot of you seasoned internet marketers are probably saying, "Yeah, Dave, but content's always been important. Having relative or original content." Well, that's true, and Google still feels the same way. So you want to make sure it's relevant. You want to make sure it's or original, and you want to make sure it's fresh. We're going to get into that fresh thing in a second. And the second thing that Google says, once you've got the original content thing working, they want to see what's called links. And they consider it links, but it's really backlinks. Okay? Now, what's a backlink? Well, a backlink are links coming into your site from relevant sites on the internet. Okay? So you've got, let's say your niche is fishing, for example. Okay, and there's a magazine out there called Field. I know I can't spell, man. Field and Stream. It's really great that we outsource most of our stuff that we our typings because I can't spell. All right, so you got this magazine called Field and Stream. Let's say you write an article for Field and Stream. That'd be kind of cool, right? And then you put links coming back to your blog from Field and Stream. This is what's called a backlink into your site, and it's coming from a relevant source. Field and Stream fishing, your niche is fishing, you kind of get the idea. Another really cool thing about backlinks is if you can backlink from .orgs or .gov sites, those really have a lot of link juice. They call it link juice. But you want to have a ton of backlinks. So now you've got the content, you've got the backlinks, and I'm going to kind of draw a comparison like baking a cake, right? When you bake a cake, you've got all of your ingredients list, right? Ingredients. You've got your sugar, your flour. What else? You've got your vanilla, sugar, flour, vanilla. Help me out here. What else we got? I guess that's good for now. Sugar, flour, vanilla, and all the other cool things that go into a cake. And you mix them all up. You got eggs, thank you. Eggs. And you mix them all up. And what do you have? Well, you don't have a cake. You've got like this pile of goop, right? Like this batter. And how do you get the cake? You simply add heat. And the more heat you add, the more the cake rises and turns into a cake, right? It's the same thing here, you guys, but with our heat, according to Google, is what they call activity. Activity is our heat. And activity, they're looking for relevant, fresh, and current activity. Why does Google want to do this? Well, they want to make sure that your content is relevant. Your content is relevant. You've got links coming into the site from other relevant sources, so they like you. You know, people are digging what you're putting out there. And you've got current activity. And there's only two ways to engage a user on the internet, right? We all know what that is. Number one is typing. So if you encourage comments, that's going to be activity. And the other one is clicking. So if you give the user places to click on your website, that's activity, right? So if you have a place for them to comment and encourage comments, you're getting both activity and content that is relevant, original, and fresh, that other people are writing for you, and you're getting the activity. So this is really big. So if you're on Google, and let's say, you know, these are our Google searches, right? 4 or 5 all the way down to 10, etc. And let's say you're up there at number 2, and you're loving life, things are happening, everything's cool, and suddenly you check back in, and you're down here, let's say at number 7. And you're like, wow, man, I want to get back up to number 2. Well, the really simple way to do it, all you have to do is turn up the heat. Just turn up the heat, guys. Get more activity in there. Put a very controversial blog post up. For example, if it's your website you're trying to get out, or probably your blog site, a little controversial one, you know, pump some comments into there. Not you personally, but encourage others to pump comments into there, and watch your ranking go right back up. I promise you, I am not kidding. This has been David Abron sharing with you what I call the Google trifecta. Try it in your SEO strategies, and I promise you, you're going to see some great results. We'll see you next time.